If you've ever walked into a beautifully designed home and felt absolutely nothing, this video is for you. Because a home isn't supposed to just look good in a picture. It's supposed to feel like you, like your story, like places that helped shape you. Today, I want to show you how to bring African heritage into your home. Not as a trend, not as a costume, but as a living, breathing part of how you design your life. I started my interior design studio, Léwà, a Yoruba word which means beautiful, because I kept seeing the same problem. Africans in the diaspora who had built beautiful lives in new countries, but whose homes reflected none of that richness, none of the history. I also kept meeting people from all backgrounds who were tired of spaces that felt generic with absolutely no soul. Your home should tell your story. And if part of that story is African, it absolutely has a place in your home. So I need to say this clearly. African design is not just a trend. Yes, you're seeing the mud cloth pillows in the high street stores, African-inspired collections in places that couldn't name the country of origin. But that surface level version is not what I'm talking about. African design, and specifically Nigerian craft traditions, are built on principles that are genuinely timeless. Handmade objects, natural materials, functional beauty, imperfection as a mark of originality, not failure. Think about Adire, the Yoruba tie-dye textile, where no two pieces are alike. That's not a flaw. That's the point. Or think about terracotta pots in a Nigerian courtyard. It's not just decorative, it's very functional. I mean, my grandmother actually used to use one to store drinking water. It's literally made from the earth. These objects carry intention, they carry memory, and it's exactly what so many modern interiors are missing nowadays. We've spent decades chasing perfection, the flawless finish, and our homes as a result have become a little sterile. African design offers something the West is only just beginning to rediscover, that a home should feel lived in and not staged. How can you achieve this authentically? Here's how I approach it. Start with material, not pattern. The biggest mistake people make is going straight for pattern. So kente, mud cloth, Ankara. I love all of those, but if you lead with pattern, you run the risk of your space feeling costumey instead of intentional. Start with material instead, like your wood, clay, leather, raffia, stone. These are the building blocks of traditional African interiors, and they're also the very principles that the world's modern design is currently reaching for right now. Raw wood dining table, handmade decorative ceramic bowl with leather handles, a woven basket as a light pendant. These carry that energy without announcing it. Next, build your palette from the earth. Color in African interiors have always come from the landscape. Brown from the soil, deep terracotta from fried clay, green from the forest. These colors are calm and rich at the same time, and they create the warmth that trendy colors can't replicate. So if your palette could also be a landscape, you're definitely on the right track. Next, let one or two pieces carry the cultural weight. You don't need to fill the room. You can have a hand-carved wall sculpture or a hand-woven raffia wall basket, or even a large Adire material framed on the wall, or even a Benin-inspired bronze sculpture on a shelf. These become anchors and give the space a story without overwhelming it. Next, design for longevity, not the moment. In Nigerian homes, sentimental objects were passed down, and as a result, they accumulated meaning over time. They weren't just discarded once, the trends changed. And this exact mindset is what I have behind every Léwà project. I create designs that are functional, personalized, and timeless. Design at its best is an act of self-knowledge. It asks you, what do I actually value? What do I want to come home to? So whether you're an African in a diaspora looking for that connection to back home, or you're on the continent wanting to reclaim your own aesthetic language, or you're simply someone who is done chasing trend and ready for something that actually lasts, this approach is for you. Beauty is not exclusive, and the principles at the heart of African design, the craft, the material, the intention, the longevity, belongs to anyone willing to embrace them. So if this resonated with you, like and subscribe. I'll be sharing more on building a home that is truly and deeply yours. I'll see you in the next one.